Hey guys, how's it going? This is my new favorite energy hand cannon, Luna's Howl, and in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly why. From comparing Luna's to the best energy hand cannons, breaking down the best perks Luna's has to offer, and even showing you why I think one of the most coveted Destiny creators is wrong about Luna's Howl. If that sounds like something you would enjoy, consider dropping a sub, as we're trying to reach 5k subs before the end of this year, and you'll probably enjoy my other content as well. Now, let's get right into breaking down Luna's Howl's perks, starting with the stat package. Overall, Luna's has very solid stats, with its only real weakness being in the range department. Therefore, we will be running as many range boosting perks as possible. So, obviously, we will be going with the range masterwork, hammer forged rifling or full bore, and Rico or high caliber rounds. Unfortunately, Luna's isn't craftable, so if you don't get these exact perks, just try to go with a roll with at least 60 range. The reason I'm emphasizing this point so much is because at this point there are so many both craftable and non-craftable hand cannons that have extremely high range. So if you go with a low range 140 in the current sandbox, you will start to get outranged very quickly, which will feel very bad. Now that we have the stat package out of the way, let's take a look at the perks you probably clicked on this video for, the third and fourth columns. We're going to be starting with Magnificent Howl. Now, if you haven't heard, Magnificent Howl got a pretty significant rework with Into the Light. Every precision kill grants a stack of precision final blows. Reloading converts these stacks into stacks of Magnificent Howl. Stacks of Magnificent Howl increase the damage of your next shot by 50% and are consumed one at a time upon firing. This can allow you to 2-tap if you manage to get 2 precision kills in one magazine, which at base is in 10 rounds. What a lot of players have done to get around this limitation is paired Magnificent Howl with Subsistence or Slide Shot to allow them to get as many stacks of precision kills as they want before converting them into stacks of Magnificent Howl, with the much preferable perk being Slide Shot, as it grants stat bonuses alongside reloading without a kill. Now, I will not be using a Magnificent Howl roll going forward, and I really don't think you should be either. Just think about it. Your third and fourth column perk, which is typically the most impactful, requires you to get 2 precision kills without dying in a game that's high skilled activities where perks matter the most are 3v3 game modes, with the most popular game mode, Trials of Osiris, being 3v3 elim, meaning you have to kill the entire team, assuming no one gets rezzed, just to proc the perk and use your strongest perk to its full effect. Now, it is a ton of fun and control, but even in a 6v6 setting, I won't be going with it. The main reason for this is Luna's Howl has access to some of the best and most impactful consistency perks in the game that make a substantial difference in pretty much every engagement. The first of these 2 perk combinations is Slide Shot Opening Shot. This is definitely the perk combination I prefer, with Slide Shot granting bonuses to range and stability while also reloading 15% of the magazine 2 seconds after sliding, with Opening Shot granting bonuses to range, aim assist, and reductions to accuracy cone size on the first shot of attack. Combining these 2 perks with the well-rolled Luna's Howl can provide over 100 range on the first shot of attack, which is quite good alongside its other benefits. I seriously cannot overstate how good this roll feels. It's truly one of the best perk combos on a hand cannon in the entire game. But, as I said before, it's not the only good consistency roll. If you don't play aggressively and or aren't slotting into every engagement, then Eye of the Storm Opening Shot is probably the roll for you. Eye of the Storm literally grants bonuses to handling, reductions to accuracy cone size, and reductions to accuracy cone growth. So then combining Eye of the Storm with Opening Shot allows you to have help at both the beginning and the end of most of your engagements. I really enjoyed using this roll in my testing, and if you don't find yourself sliding a bunch, as I said before, or would just rather have Eye of the Storm, this is definitely the way to go. Some other perks I tried out and want to talk about that weren't quite good enough to recommend are Heal Clip and Precision Instrument. Heal Clip was nice when engaging with multiple players in rapid succession, however, most of the time, I would be caught with my pants down reloading while I got pushed by the second player, leading to my death. Luna's really doesn't have that great of reload speed, and I feel like Heal Clip is much more geared towards close range weapons where you'll be in enemy's face constantly. Precision Instrument was a perk I thought I would really enjoy going into this review. However, the damage increase was not nearly enough to warrant using over something like Opening Shot, considering it only increases your damage fall off by about a meter at best. So TLDR, Slide Shot Opening is the best. Eye of the Storm Opening will help you at the most shots. Now that we have the perks out of the way, it's time to compare Luna's to all of the other top 140 RPM energy hand cannons and eventually show you why Cammy Cakes is wrong about Luna's Howl. There are about 4 other energy 140s that are worth looking at, in my opinion. Those being Nation of Beast, Cantata 57, Exalted Truth, and Palindrome. When comparing the stats of all 5 of these hand cannons, there are 2 clear winners. Palindrome and Exalted. They have the highest range, stability, and handling. However, these are both their adept variants, with an adept range mod equipped, which are both currently unobtainable, with Palindrome being completely unobtainable altogether. They also both have pretty middle-of-the-road perk combos when compared to the other hand cannon's offerings. Nation and Kintata both have competing stats with Luna's Howl, while also having a similar quality of perk combo, with Kintata actually having Luna's consistency roll of Eye of the Storm opening shot. As we went over before, I think slide shot opening is better, but it's still very solid nevertheless. This is where I want to mention the biggest strength Luna's Howl has to offer, that being its archetype. Now, typically, all 140 RPM hand cannons are grouped into the adaptive frame archetype, with all 180 RPM hand cannons being in the precision frame archetype. Luna's Howl is the first 140 RPM precision frame hand cannon. This means a couple things. It receives a substantial buff to its airborne effectiveness at base, while also receiving the greatly reduced recoil pattern you would typically see from 180 RPM. This is where most people have a problem with Luna's Howl. The recoil, not the AE. With the Cammy Cakes specifically having a problem with the way it recoils on keyboard and mouse, hiding targets that are strafing on the third shot. Now, when looking at this footage, it really does not look great, but over 1,000 kills on keyboard and mouse, it really wasn't that big of a deal for me at all. Once I got about 250 kills in, I felt adjusted to the weapon enough where I would drag down on my second shot, allowing me to see my target, no problem. This might seem like a complete waste of your time, considering on paper Luna's Howl isn't unconditionally the best, but I'm telling you, as a keyboard and mouse player that basically only uses 140s all the time, it's worth the time commitment. Once you fully grasp this weapon with the right stat package and perk setup, it's truly one of the easiest and most satisfying hand cannons to use in the entire game, if not the most. Now, I do just want to say, this is my personal experience, and yours might not be the same. But if you can, go grab a decent roll, get a few hundred kills on it, and see what you think. I really think you'll like it. Also, no hate to Cammy Cakes, I love his videos, and his takes are usually pretty solid. He's a large part of why I started playing PvP all the way back in Forsaken, and is a large part of why I make these reviews today. So if you somehow haven't seen him, go check out his channel, link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for my Blast Furnace not review coming out sometime before Destiny 3, and have an amazing day.